Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Timone Answers Everything. Um, I know I didn't do one last week. I apologize. I don't know, I was just tired. I didn't just, I fell asleep early, like around 5 o'clock. I woke back up around midnight and I was like, I don't know, it was weird. Um, I'm gonna do a quick one today. It's gonna be spectacular. I don't know how it's gonna be. I just read them as I go along. There might be some distractions. I'm not recording in my normal space, so I apologize for that in advance. And we'll take it from here. You guys all know the drill. Is it true that if you don't use it, you lose it?
Yes.
It is absolutely true.
That is true.
My mom's over here in the background co-signing, and it is totally true.
Totally true.
It's true for every single thing
Except
that you
for
do.
maybe riding a bicycle.
No.
Because I think.
Well, yeah, they have that saying. It's just like riding a bike.
Because you learn,
but
you remember.
For pretty much every single
but you
thing.
can't ride that bicycle very far if you don't keep riding the bicycle.
See, yeah. There's a saying. There's a scene in BoJack Horseman. It's really relevant to this. There's this jogging ape, and he's jogging up this hill every day, and he says something to BoJack where he says
hold on a minute, I got my hands.
He says it gets easier every day, but the hard part is doing it every day. There's something along those lines, and that's just relevant to everything that you do, and like for work, for your activities, for just everything. And you gotta exercise. You gotta exercise your mind, your body, and your spirit. And
yep, they say old people should do crosswords.
Yeah. I was listening to all over the weekend. I was listening to a bunch of comics who are old now, like Sinbad and stuff like that. They're all like in their 50s. I guess it's not really old, but they're old. You know, they're talking about how they're old now and like they're like, pulling muscles and stuff that they didn't even know muscles existed. And like there's this one muscle. Apparently, Sinbad was talking about it. Like there's this muscle. It's like the size of a walnut. It's like around your buttocks area, and that thing you pull that muscle from like washing your face, and whatever. And then all of a sudden your leg goes numb. So that this week I started doing yoga, and so I don't want to have to deal with all that. So I've started doing yoga. I was sore all of Monday. I was sore, and now I'm trying to get used to it now, but I don't know, it sucks. But I'm gonna stick with it, so if it keeps me from getting old faster. Absolutely. On to the next question. What is, quote, the best song in the world, unquote? And this, I didn't type down the whole question because it was the person who wrote down what is, as Jack Black and Kyle, I forget his last name, she wrote it down, from Tenacious D, would say what is the best song in the world, because they have that song, The Tribute, and there is. And even in that song, they say, like, there's like this part where they're rocking out before they do the they do that part. There's he's like, it's a matter of opinion, you gotta believe, where they're doing that part. So even when they're trying to make the tribute to the best song in the world, they can't because there isn't one, and it's always just a matter of opinion.
Everybody's had a different. But I think the most popular song in the world is Happy Birthday to You.
I'm gonna title this episode "Timone's Mom Answers Everything" because that's a good one. Happy birthday to you is the best.
I think I've heard.
It's probably the most popular
the
song
most
in the
popular
world, but it's
song in
not
the
the
world.
best song in the
No.
world. The most popular is not. Um, and you probably want to like what I would consider the best song because I like a lot of stuff that's actually terrible. I like stuff that's bad. I don't know why. I like a lot of stuff that's bad, and but I also like stuff that's good too. So like I don't know. I have a lot of respect for the arts in general because I know it just takes even if you're making trash and it's still hard to make that trash because I can't make anything sound good with music. It takes me like a month and a half just to get a semi decent voice, and that's like with constant vocal training and stuff. Uh, so yeah, I don't know. There is no best song in the world. It just doesn't. It can't happen. What's better after sex, a cigarette or a sandwich? A sandwich? A sandwich by far. Um, for one, I don't smoke cigarettes, kinda, and for two,
That's what you usually say. Are you hungry? Or you either go to bed or you eat. Right? Right?
I'd prefer a sandwich for sure.
I don't know if I want a sandwich, but I might want a snack.
Something, yeah. Well, there's two options: a cigarette or a sandwich, and like maybe like a joint, or something like.
A joint in a sandwich. Chocolate in a joint.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it, man. There was one a couple weeks ago. It was what's better tacos versus a turkey sandwich.
Tacos.
I voted turkey sandwich because like I have to I'd have to look it up, but it was good. That one was I was.
Tacos, you could make a number of ways. You can have avocado tacos, you can have chicken tacos, you can have pork tacos, you can have beef tacos. You can have vegetarian bean rice tacos.
You can put all that shit on your turkey sandwich, kind of.
No. No.
If your tacos fall apart and there's all that stuff, they get messy.
Turkey sandwich falls apart if it's good.
If it's good. What is the meaning of life? I've been wanting to. I think I did one of these, or I have two. Or I have another one coming up soon. Let me scroll down. Yeah, I have another one coming up, so I'm gonna answer this twice today. The meaning of life is simple. It's really simple. It's whatever you think it's supposed to be. It's really that simple. So like if you think it's all about like we're like a parasite to the world and we're all just gonna die off anyways and causing destruction of the world, and yeah dude, that's our destiny, that's our role. Go, all right, cool. If But a lot of people are usually more personal, like what's the meaning of my life, when they're usually trying to figure out the meaning of life. Or if you want it in a broad perspective, it's not so like we have to all like get along and try to coexist, but or it is just a way of like we have to find some way to coexist, not necessarily get along, but coexist and in a way without destroying or utilizing all of the planet's resources too. We gotta find a way to uh, uh we can like find a way to synthesize stuff, but in a healthy way. I don't know how like if it's possible yet. There might be, I don't know, but um, for that's just like a broad perspective. I mean, like find a way for us all to coexist and build off of one another into a better world, into a better existence. Personal meanings of life are more like whatever, like, yeah, whatever you think you got to do, and that's your meaning, that's your destiny, that's your calling. And when you
Yeah, but that changes all the time. Like when you have a baby, that's your purpose, and then the baby grows up, and then that's no longer your purpose. You've served that purpose, and so then you have then that So I don't know if I agree.
well then, but then you find a new one. Like
Right.
if you like
it can change. You can change.
like stories have sequels and and trilogies, and like every one of us is telling a story, like, and we're all the main character of our own story. So like, of course, your story, like, you might succeed at what if your goal was to do all, like, oh, I'm gonna be a principal of a high school, whatever, by this time, and you do it by that time. All right, well, what now? Now you're on your sequel. You're on your next movie. Now there's new motivation. There's new drives now. Like, maybe you once you are assistant principal, you can do some stuff to increase the students' graduation rates and all this other stuff. Do you like build upon like the school that you have become family to, or whatever? That's just an example, but you all see what I'm saying. All right, here's a. I think I answered this one a while back, and you asked it again because at the time I still hadn't gotten to it. But this is how many licks to the center of a Tootsie Pop, and I remember someone had commented on there. It was like somewhere in the hundreds, and it's just impossible to know because you.
No, they've done studies on it. You can Google it.
No, but look at because not every lick has the same force.
But I think they came up with an average, and they came up with a good number. Because that question was going around in the 70s.
I know it's been the same commercial. It's been the same commercial for the same like 100 years. So
I think they have a number.
I don't know. It's impossible to know. It's impossible to know. I'm gonna tell you, this is one of those things that has to stay a mystery of the universe, and it will never be known. That's all I'm gonna tell you. It can never be known.
What's this thing?
That's a pie.
That's for tomorrow.
And then here we have what's the meaning of life? We got that one down. We answered the meaning of life. Which came first, the chicken or the egg?
Well,
the chicken.
The
chicken. It evolved from some other type of bird first, and then it laid a chicken egg.
No. It goes way beyond that. Darwin, yeah.
It evolved from some sort of other bird, some sort of dinosaur, and the chicken came first. This is what happens. Oh man, this is an interesting one. I spelt privilege wrong. All right. What is white privilege? This one's gonna probably be the last one. It's gonna take up a lot of time. Oh my goodness, next one's gonna be interesting. White privilege is a societal construct that allows, in general, in the broad sense, white people more advantages in North America, mainly the United States, over people of color. And of those white people, white males have more advantages over white females. It's
gay guys.
And gay guys, but gay guys can easily play the straight card.
Yeah, they can play the straight card, but that's torture.
That's torture. I have so many black friends that have to use their white voice when they're when they're
Yeah.
applying for a job and they're on a
Yeah.
phone interview and
Mhm.
and they're
Richard Pryor just had a good white voice.
and so there's that. Like you don't have to. There's that. When you're white, you don't have to hide your identity when you're looking for a job. You don't have to. When you go outside your house, you don't have to fear if you're gonna be attacked by um a racist, a police officer, or any other random. Um, because I know there's a lot there. I know there are black racists, but I don't. They don't go out of their way.
Actually, cops leave women alone more than they do white men.
Okay.
That's the only time women have the advantage, unless they threaten to have sex with them or they'll throw them in jail.
Okay. But what was I saying? Oh, I lost my train of thought. But there's a lot. There's a lot to it. It's a lot of people say it doesn't exist and all that, but it totally does. And like just because like you have gone through some shit or whatever, like doesn't mean that like well I've been poor and I've been all this or whatever. Then like yeah that's cool whatever, but like it's easier for you to get out of it than it is for someone of color. That is for sure. It is a lot easier. Um, hopefully things will be changing. Like sometimes I've personally used some of my white privilege to my advantage, and it's like it's it is a thing. A lot of people say it's not a thing. But it's and I was getting to a point, and I lost it. Oh fuck. Well, I know a lot of people will have a lot of will be able to break it down better and easier for that one. Yeah, I just completely lost my train of thought. I don't know what happened. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this week. Don't forget to like and comment and subscribe and tell all your friends and family. This is the best educational show on YouTube, and it's just good to have you guys listening and just I'm giving you guys this knowledge for free, and I can't stress that enough. And I'll get yep. We'll catch you next week.